What is going on, everybody? Pete Simonetti here for NyynewsTV. And guys, this is a video that I've wanted to put out for some time now, and it is regarding Joey Gallo, but it's really not regarding Joey Gallo's numbers as a whole. It's regarding Joey Gallo's fit with the New York Yankees. And some things that I don't understand is going on, which I really find odd. And also, too, going back to my interview with Kevin Kernan, who brought up a really good point, and this is going all the way back then when he brought this point up, and this is right around the time Gallo came here, and he mentioned something about Gallo and advanced scouting and analytics making a move and why he believes advanced scouting really wasn't used. And it's very interesting, to say the least. So, guys, if you're not subbed beforehand, make sure you subscribe to the channel, put your notifications on so you never miss a video from NyynewsTV. Like the video, thumbs up, guys. That always helps us out with the great YouTube algorithm out there to continue to promote our videos and get the best Yankee channel on the planet out more and more and more, because that is the end goal, right? Is to blow this baby up like no mañana, as I like to say. But with that being said, guys, let's get right into it. Joey Gallo, the player, the guy we have seen for the New York Yankees, is not the Joey Gallo of Texas. And again, I'm not specifically talking about stats here. I want to talk about why I feel this is really a mental game for Gallo, and a mental game that may just be the reason why he's not the same type of player, and also why I think there might be a dramatic move at hand that should be made. And again, give the guy time. I'm not talking about a thing to happen tomorrow. Give him time and see where he comes. If you're watching this video, today's game, Gallo had a pretty, he struck out, yeah, but Gallo does that. He had a big hit, though. And maybe that's something that gives him a little bit of confidence, because the one thing Joey knows is he knows he strikes out, right? So anyway, when Joey Gallo played in Texas, I don't think a lot of people knew Joey Gallo. If you weren't a Texas fan's personality, who he was, when you kind of seen him, you always seen a guy that was, smiling, having a good time. Even in his short tenure with the Yankees so far, the 70 games or whatever it is, he still seems like a fun guy to be around. He seems like a good teammate. He seems energetic. Very early on in his tenure with the Yankees, there was an article written, I believe, by Bob Klapic, and I think this was actually maybe more in the offseason. I'm not sure on the time frame. I actually looked some of this stuff up. I couldn't find it pretty quickly, so I said, you know what? I'm just going to do what Pete does, what I normally do, and that is just freestyle this stuff and go from there. But I think it's an important video to talk about, because I haven't seen nobody else do this. And it's more of a defense of Joey Gallo, to be honest, more than anything. And when he was in Texas, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't know about the tick issue. I didn't know that Joey Gallo had this tick issue. And it's a condition. It's basically a form of Tourette syndrome. And I actually looked into it a little more, and I said, well, is it Tourette's? Because, again, from the ignorant mind, and ignorant meaning you just don't have an understanding of it, so maybe research a little bit. I researched. I looked it up a little bit, and I said, for me, I didn't know if you got a slight tick or you can't really control the movements of your face. You do it often. It is a form of Tourette syndrome, and I didn't know that. And that is actually a new learning for me. I looked it up. I thought maybe it's just vocalization. It's not. If it's a common thing like Joey's is, it's a form of Tourette syndrome. And, when you're a GM, I know years ago, more so than today, it was always talked about, is the person a good fit for the New York Yankees? And I tell you what, advanced scouting typically has a handle on certain things like that, where people around you close by will go, hey, but I don't know if this guy's the best fit for New York City. We could make the move, but I don't know. And a lot of times it's true. You put talent over that risk that somebody can't handle New York. And the names are countless, right? We've seen it with Sonny Gray, Carl Pavano was always injured. Jared Wright was definitely not a New York guy. It didn't make sense. It didn't work out well. And the list goes on and on and on. We've had many situations where guys just don't fit the New York Yankees. And Kevin Kernan brought up a really good point. He mentioned during our first interview that we ever done, and that was, I believe Gallo already was a New York Yankee, or we were discussing him becoming a Yankee. I think he was already a New York Yankee, though. Feel like that interview maybe was in August. I'm sorry if I don't remember that. I just don't. I know it was, pretty sure it was after Gallo signed with the Yankees. It was. It actually was. Now I'm confirming it was after that. But he brought up a great point. He said, Pete, analytics has taken over the Yankees front office so much that advanced scouting on things like a player's personality, how are they going to handle this and that, was really left out of the Joey Gallo thing. And look, I am not blaming analytics here. So anybody who thinks, oh, here we go. No. I'm not blaming analytics. What I'm saying is, this is why you have all these departments in baseball that do certain things. This is why there's scouts that go out there and follow players. Hey, we like this guy. Go watch him. You know, there's this young, I believe he's a young Japanese kid out there. I wish I knew his name, but he threw, I think, a perfect game. Then he threw like 7 or 8 more shutout innings, and he's just terrific. There's scouts out there for many major league clubs that will be watching this kid for years now. And that's what advanced scouts do. They get to know him. They get to know the player. They talk to teammates. They talk to close friends. They talk to him. And they get to learn about him. And they take notes on all that stuff, on personality, see how he is with the media. They take notes on all that stuff. So advanced scouting isn't just, well, in 2-1 counts, he likes to swing at this pitch or not. That's not all it is. There's even more to it than just that. So it is a larger scale operation. And it was a great point when Kevin Kernan brought it up. He goes, look, I just think it was a pure analytic move. And maybe it was a move of desperation because, again, look, the Yankees were very right-handed heavy. And Joey Gallo, I said it. I like the trade. I said, man, I think it's a smart move because it breaks things up. You could probably fit him a little lower down in the order, kind of blend him in. He's not going to be the only guy. Now, my pops is on record, and I give him credit all the time because he called me. He goes, Pete, tell the fans it's not a good move. And I said, Dad, but I disagree. I think it is a good move. And he told me, he goes, this kid is going to be exposed with the Yankees. He's going to be exposed. They're not going to pitch around. They're going to come after him. He's going to be exposed. And I said, I don't know, Dad. I said, we'll see. And so far, my father's been right about that. And I give him his credit. He really wanted me to push the narrative, don't go get this guy. But I didn't. I liked it. And I'm always going to do, at the end of the day, what I think is my true thought. And I'm going to go with that. But the whole issue with the tick isn't necessarily just the reason to say, well, leave somebody away. Because guys handle anxiety. There's guys that, trust me, a lot of people that have anxiety don't talk about it. They don't know if they have it truly. They just, kind of maybe fold up or got to take a breather or kind of leave themselves alone for a second. Let me go in the back and breathe a little bit and I come back out and go from there. So I'm not saying that is a reason why Gallo has struggled here. The main thing in this conversation I want to talk about is it the right fit for the player? Is Joey Gallo truly the right fit for the New York Yankees? And how long do you give him to be that? Because at some point, I think even as an organization, you got to look at it and go, this is a contract year for this guy. You would really expect the best performance. We also haven't seen a Gold Glove outfielder. So that also goes to tell me the microscope is too big. There's something there that's just like, I can't get none of my game going here for this ball club. And I know some people are going to come at me and go, Pete, this guy's always been a 200 hitter. He's a career 200 hitter. So, but wait a second. This guy's also been one of the best power threats in Major League Baseball. He hasn't been that for the New York Yankees. He's also been known as one of the premier outfielders in Major League Baseball. He just won a Gold Glove last year, but he hasn't been that for the New York Yankees. So at some point, you sit back and go, well, is he pressing? Well, he had an whole offseason. He had an offseason to go through. Comes back this year, and he looks worse than he looked last year with the Yankees. I mean, he does. I mean, I don't think there's many ways of denying that or hiding that. He looks worse. And here's the other thing that I want to get to. what the hell is wrong with the Yes Network? And I'm going to make sure I tag them on this and put this out there. It's cool and all. I get it. You show guys strike out. You want to see their reactions. You want to see a guy potentially do a Paul O'Neill. It's good television. It's good for your ratings. You want to capture raw emotion. I understand that. But the Yes Network Gallo cam got to go. We do not got to see Joey Gallo going through all of his tics after he strikes out, pulling his hair, doing mouth facial things. And there's still fans that post pictures about it, laughing about it, whatever. It is what it is. But the Yes Network, I'm telling you at this point, and for me to say this, you guys got to know it's something that I've truly observed, because we are the not sensitive network. We are not the cats that are the sensitive guys. That's not who NyynewsTV is. We're the ones that's going to come out there and be like, hey, if you find it offensive, then hey, that's on you. We don't mean to be offensive. We're just being honest about it. The whole Joey Gallo thing almost feels like harassment at this point. And I don't think it's that. I'm not saying the Yankees are harassing the guy. What I'm saying is, to me, a dude has a known mental condition. And these cats are taking 4 to 6 to 7 shots back at the dude when he strikes out every game. Today was a little less, I admit. But every other game before this, the first one when he pulled his hair out, remember he was pulling his hair, making up big faces and shit, and he was going through all his emotions or whatever, and they do it every time. Like, man, just zoom in on his face and leave it there at the bottom of the screen. Like, at some point, somebody got to come out and talk, be like, all right, guys, enough, man. Like, hey, camera guy, like, stop, producer, whatever. Stop going to that camera. Lay off the dude. You know what I mean? I find it odd. So for me, I think the Yankees got to figure out what is truly best. Number one for the team, because team comes first. Players' career, that's on them. You know, they go out there, they take their at-bats. They go out there, they play their baseball. That's on them. If there's a problem and they can't handle it, maybe that needs to be spoken up to. But I understand a guy not wanting to be, maybe this is not the best fit for me. Now, with it being a year left on your contract, you could sit back and go, okay, just got a year. Like, you know, let's get through it. Let's see how it goes. I think I could turn it around. And this video is not to say Joey Gallo cannot turn it around this year and become the player he was in Texas. Not going to bat high. We know that. But hit for good power. Drive runs in, walk. But guys really aren't pitching around him too much here. They're going after him. They're not really worried about Joey Gallo right now in the Yankees lineup. So the overall gist of this video is that some guys can't handle New York. And the question becomes now, is Joey Gallo that guy? Can he not handle New York? Is this the best fit for him? Is it the right fit for him? Does Gallo need a different fit? Should Brian Cashman look to move Joey Gallo? Let's say his numbers don't improve by mid-June. Are you starting to say, hey, you know what? Let me start fielding offers here, because this isn't working out, and it's not going to look very good for the player. And who knows what this does to him mentally for good the rest of his career, if he can bounce back from something like this. So, to be honest, it's odd, because I never make videos like with concern for a player, but I kind of felt the need to do this because the Yes Network are just being fucking morons about this stuff. And in reality, I've never seen anything like it. Like, I mean, it's every at-bat the dude strikes out. They're just zooming on this dude, going through emotions, ticks, and then they'll cut away to the pitch, go back to him. Cut away to the pitch, go back to him. I'm like, in a time and age of, it's targeted harassment, and oh my God, look what they said to Garrett Cole, and how dare they, and Michael K's blowing out candles like this because you can't use your mouth because of COVID. Dumbest shit I ever seen. But we could zoom in on this poor dude's face that got Tourette syndrome, ticks, and every second see him go through all of his emotions, knowing he got a mental condition, but we're going to keep pressing it on him. Let fans get their gifts and their pictures in. I don't know, man. I ain't sensitive for shit like this. Mental health is a tough thing. And I don't know. There's a lot to it there with Joey Gallo from what I watch and what I see. And I just felt the need to speak up about it. That's all. I felt the need to say, hey, Yes Network, let's dial it back on Gallo, man. There's no need to show this dude going through all of his emotions every 2 seconds. That's the main gist of this video. 1, is he the right fit for New York? 2, how long is his leash until you say, let's get this guy out of New York? And 3, Yes Network, do better, man. You guys got to do better on that mess. Every time the man K's, you show him going through his emotions, his tics, all that stuff. You'll cut back to the pitch, cut back to Joey Gallo pulling his hair out. Cut back to the pitch, cut back to Gallo again. Foul ball, cut back to Gallo. I mean, Michael K blowing out candles like this, right? Oh, let me throw my hand germ flakes all over the place because Carlos, you can't blow, COVID. But we don't got to be too sensitive to Joey Gallo's known mental health condition, Tourette's, tics. It's basically in the same category. But we're gonna show him going through all that shit. His facial expressions make people get gifts and pictures. Stop it. Stop it. Tune that shit out, Yes Network. Take it easy on the man. With that being said, guys, make sure you are subbed. Make sure you like. Make sure you share. You guys are the best. Let's give Joey his time, man. Hopefully Joey Gallo gets it going from Italian to Italian. Joey, I hope you get it going, man. I really do. Today was a big game. Let's keep it going. And if he's not the fit for the team, do what's best for the Yankees, 1, and then also do what's best for the player. And let the guy go somewhere else where he could be a little more comfortable and fit in a little better potentially with the city. And the microscope. The microscope is big in New York. We all know that. With that being said, guys, I will see you guys later. Remember, tonight, 8:30 p.m., NyynewST is live. Talk to you guys then. I'm out.
Before it hits the front page.